Hey Capricorn, sorry for being gone for so long. I had to suddenly stop. Some evidence came along that was time sensitive and I needed to capture it, backtrack a bit, find some stuff before it was pulled because some murderers decided to clear up some evidence, and luckily I have it from before, but I need to go back and find and prove that they've cleared it out. Then I needed to do an 86-page overview of the evidence that I have presented to the concerned, the family of the person whose death is, being solved. And at the same time, I was working on an astrology workbook, which I'm putting the link to below. It's a 350-page, 13-month workbook for your houses, for your birth chart period, according to my pink spider composite chart, which is a combined tropical and sidereal, mainly using sidereal placements, but allowing for the tropical calendar times as well, and multiple house systems. Working on that book, my guides crammed a bunch of stuff in and pushed my deadline back beyond what I thought it would be, which is not unusual for them. But at the same time, a very close Leo in my life, I failed to connect her to the readings that I was doing all these months. But so when I look back at all the Leo readings, it's there. And if you have any strong Leo placements or someone in your life who's Leo and things have been rough, things went really rough for her that I found out after the fact. And so life completely changed for me in the middle of all of this as well. And I've given her many of my decks because the spirit God asked me to, and I wanted to, and so I don't have them. I will get them as I can, but it was really important because God or guides themselves brought her back from death. And so for any Leos out there, I realize I'm talking to Capricorn, but yeah, I'm going to be looking at the death card and I'm Scorpio, but in Scorpio rising, but I'm going to be looking at it in multiple ways now, not just primarily as a transformation card. So, having said that, a couple of decks did arrive. They're major Arcana decks. They're from Kisses from Ibiza in Spain. Lovely, lovely people there sent these to me because I bought them. But one set is Japanese prints. He did not design them for tarot, but Ohara Koson, he was an artist, and they have taken some of his work and turned them into major arcana. I'm going to use them as oracles, since my oracles are somewhere else, very much with someone I love very much. And I don't have artists to credit this traditional artwork, but the words for this India deck are, I believe, taken from the Bhagavad Gita. It seems to be. So I'm going to start by getting 3 cards from here, and then we'll do some Tattoo Tarot, and then we'll finish up with 3 cards from the India deck. Ooh, smoking from one candle. All right, Capricorn, I did not do a pre-read. I did not do a pre-read for you. So let's find out what your energy is. I meant to do that, and I apologize. Next time, for sure. Usually I'm overly obsessive with Capricorn energy. It's in my rising sign in my first house. I'll do extra shuffling and everything. Okay. Okay, Capricorn, where are you at? Wow, this is a nice place to start. The sun. The sun. I really like, at first I was iffy about the text. These are not my interpretations of these cards, but I really, really have grown to like what they have to say about it, and I really like things being different from me. The sun. You are approaching... I'll try not to cast a shadow on the sun. Eclipse. You are approaching a moment that has the potential to change your life. Take full advantage of this time. and you will achieve a future of endless possibility. Aquarius just had this in theirs. So really, really, really important. Like, and you know it. You can feel it. You can feel it. I'm in my Capricorn energy right now. And I know that, yeah, you can't, you can feel it all through your body. The restriction, the constriction, the Saturn energy of like, nope, now, absolutely now. Not tomorrow, not 2 days from now. It has to be now. In fact, I was watching Minnow Pond do a reading for Capricorn because he said there will be a last minute something something. And unfortunately, when he's reading out in his first cards, he says, well, Capricorn, whatever you're working on, you're going to have to give it extra. And unfortunately for me and my Capricorn energy, that means I shut that video down immediately and went right back to work. So I've got to finish watching what Minnow Pond has to say. But that's the risk. And I'm running that risk right now. Okay, Capricorn, so bear with me just in case that there's something specific to come through that will change how you do what you need to do. Temperance, like right now, yeah. Take control of your life and practice moderation. By staying in balance, you will resolve any current conflicts and begin a new chapter in your life. Well, okay, so what they're saying... What was I just saying about going full bore as Capricorn? And they're saying, now don't overdo it. Balance, balance, balance. Or you're going to lose control, right? The chariot's going to flip. I guess also don't, if we get lost in our own energy and then we start to split away from guides, from their will, from their direction, yes? As if we know better. And then they go and throw me a bunch of curveballs. Yeah. There's a magic way of things, yes? Magic way of things. Oh great, the Death card. Really? A lot of people are getting this. Okay, it's like they're triggering me into just dealing with, okay. To move forward, develop a new perspective on the world. Okay. The past is behind you and the rest of your life is still ahead of you, and I'm casting a shadow on it. The past is behind you and the rest of your life is still ahead of you. Right, okay, so are they saying how we're good at being pessimistic? We run the old conditioning, the old programming, when things get, you know, when we can start to feel how far the boundaries are being pushed and that it's like this is beyond the realm of possibility at this point. So therefore, like we tried to tell everybody that this needed more way back when, and they didn't listen, and now it's just, it has to be too late, but guides and God are saying it's not too late. And I have to change more. Something like that. Sorry if my voice got annoying there. But, okay, so the Sun, Temperance. The temperance between Death and the Sun. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, let's see what Tattoo Tarot has to say, Capricorn. Oh, sliding about. Sliding about. Where are we at? 11th or 12th of March. Ides of March. Ah! Lovers. So divine timing. It's in the upright. That's good. Oh, I want the other deck. Okay. The other half of the deck I split. I split it because it's so heavy. Thick. Slapping. What is it? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. The woman with the plan. And stuff just went right to the floor. Okay. As I knocked the camera down, 2 cards. Okay, you won't even believe me about this. You ready for this? You're welcome. You're welcome, Capricorn. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep, yep. Okay. The sun, and what should we say anymore, really? Should we say anymore? Let's just read this out again because it's not my normal thinking, but you are approaching a moment that has the potential to change your life. Take full advantage of this time and you will achieve a future of endless possibility. The sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. Double sun, double temperance. Take control of your life and practice moderation. By staying in balance, you will resolve any current conflicts and begin a new chapter in your life. Well, that has everything to do, I guess, with the Lover's card, doesn't it? And let's just review what Death had to say about this. To move forward, develop a new perspective on the world. The past is behind you and the rest of your life is still ahead of you. So this relationship is not like the other relationships, even if you get triggered. Even if you get triggered. Okay. Is there anything else this deck would like to say? It's really said a lot. You've got total divine timing there. No minor. No minor. Okay, so it is a matter of timing. It's a matter of the wheel. It's a matter of the wheel. And right now the wheel is reversed. Because there's your path and there's your lover's path. There's your progression and there's their progression. And it might be time for you to be focused a bit on yours and them to be focused a bit on theirs so that everything can end up where it needs to end up. So let's just see. I've shuffled these. I've shuffled these. And the camera cut out. But Death. To move forward, develop a new perspective on the world. Past is behind you. And the rest of your life is still ahead of you. What if none of it were truly true? Now is the time to look at everything from all angles, knowing that it is all there. So you've done everything. Do not go back to square one and take apart. If you're stuck, know that it's your Saturn energy. There's more to your Saturn energy is your boundaries, fears, and your calculated risks. And we can get stuck before we calculate the risk. How did I come up with that? It's too far back in my mind to explain at this point, but logic. Based on what you do with fears and boundaries. Hey, in the middle of the Lovers again. Okay? Like, how much repetition is here? I mean, I realize there are only 22 cards in the Major Arcana, but seriously, there are that many other cards. Didn't have to be this. Follow your heart, remembering that when it feels really good on the inside, it must benefit and change everyone involved. Follow your heart, remembering that when it feels really good on the inside, right? You're right with yourself. Trust yourself. If someone's really crappy in your life, you know they're really crappy. You know you can't trust them. There's no point in beating yourself up because of anything that you decided by being with them, right? If it's not time to let them go, if it's complicated, if it's too complicated, if you got to slowly phase them out, whatever it is. If there's someone you feel like you know that you need to forgive, because you have to repair yourself. You have to allow yourself to be that trusting person again, because you need you. Never mind who else needs you. But yeah, I really do love what these cards add to this. So the fact that we have follow your heart, follow your heart, follow your heart, Capricorn. You're very good at that. People say we have no heart. Judgment. Okay. What have you truly learned so far? What is your truth? It is now time to think about the next steps and future projects. To release what you have been working on, because it's time for the next thing. Yay! There's no end. No end. But let's consider this. We have a reading for you, Capricorn, that is absolutely just all major arcana. This, of course, was only going to be major arcana, but these, look at that. Look at that, Capricorn. Now is the time. Now is the time. And in that wheel that is reversed, right? It's still the wheel. And it's still in motion. Yes, perpetual, right? And so there's no stopping for that. It's only turning around. And then we have to decide what's north, what's south, what's up, what's down, right? Look at everything from all angles. Look at everything from all angles. I trust you're smart enough to figure that one out. Okay. All right, Capricorn. So if you want to, if you're bored, which I know you're not, but if it will be at all helpful or interesting or motivating or spark something, if you want to click on my 350-page book, and there's plenty of attitude in it. It's also a scheduler. And, but yeah, then absolutely I can do a composite birth chart for you, because the big spider combining the sidereal with the tropical and the calendar month and multiple house systems. I change the earth energy in there. I put you as the mutable earth that you should be, and the air energies. What else? Oh, Capricorn, yes, because for your house, I envisioned your house as an exotic outpost. And you might agree with that, you might not. But what I did was I went looking for the prince who built up Abu Dhabi as like the most extreme form of an outpost. And I found a documentary about him going back to black and white film times, and before Abu Dhabi was built up, while he was in the process of starting it all. Yeah, so I've linked to that in your section, in your house section, and some awesome. Apparently, Ecuador went to war against a bunch of goats on islands. There's a video about that I linked to, and the ibex climbing rock walls, like dams, you know. And so, entertaining stuff for every house, but especially yours. Many thanks, Capricorn. Just amazing. You are a god, and I will, well, everybody is, I realize, but yes. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. I will be back very soon. Much love.